My name is Adam and I do over £300,000 per month selling on Amazon. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my exact playbook for you to go ahead and build a six-figure brand yourself in the next 90 days. This is going to be the exact roadmap which I would take if I was starting again. Now, 100K per month is not month one. It's the number that this framework that I'm about to show you by the end of this video is designed to reach. Some of my students even have a brand up and running in just a 90-day time period, which is amazing. The point is, this framework shows you the exact steps that you need to take to get your first six-figure brand started. And by the end of this video, you're going to have the whole entire roadmap. It's going to be broken down into 3 phases. Number 1 is days 1 to 30. Here we're going to be finding and validating. Now, number 2 is going to be days 30 to 60. We're going to be sourcing manufacturers, branding it, and making a compliant product. And number 3, days 60 to 90, we're going to be launching and scaling. So just a quick intro. My name's Adam. I've been selling on Amazon for 6 whole years, and our business is consistently doing over 300K per month. I started off by doing Amazon wholesale, but now I'm completely doing Amazon FBA private label. I've got a warehouse, 6 members of staff, and 5 brands. And I've also helped over 50 people get started and grow their Amazon business. So let's dive straight into it. Phase 1, days 1 to 30. First of all, as simple as it sounds, you're going to need to have a complete mindset shift. Because when you start learning strategies and frameworks to which you actually can look for products, you need to stop looking for a perfect product. I see so many people having this analysis paralysis kind of thing, and they see loads of opportunities which check a lot of boxes but just doesn't check 1 or 2 boxes. Believe me, it doesn't have to check every single box. All you need to do is make sure there's proven demand, there's enough margin there for you, and it's something that you can actually improve upon. 10-15 minutes is all that takes to make that decision. It is super easy. Now, you are going to need some ways to come up with some of these ideas. So a few different ways that you can do is you can just look in the US, what's popping right now, and replicate it in the UK, but better. You can type in seed keywords on Amazon and see what shows up as sheets, and look what customers are already searching for. You can utilize what you already know, what you like, what you're good at, what you're passionate about, because at the end of the day, why wouldn't you start there? Or you can look for products which are already in the market and just simply make significant improvements on them. You check to see if it's Chinese dominated or Amazon are on the listings for the competitors. If they are, then move on. If they're not, it may be pretty good. Then you're going to do a ton of validation checks using software, making sure it's got a relevant amount of search volume, it's got a decent BSR, and there's not crazy amounts of competitors. Oh, and also making sure that the price is at least £15, because at the end of the day, if you're doing private label, you want to be, selling something at a reasonable price, not something which is $4.99, right? And also a rule of thumb, you want to be making 100% return on investment on every single shipment that you make. Now let's do the 100K maths. You source a product for just £30. That's what you're going to be selling it for. You need to sell 3,300 units of that product per month. Now that doesn't mean you have to sell one product at that velocity, because that's quite significant. You can source 10 different products which do, obviously 330 units per month instead at £30. When you've done all of this, you come up with the idea, you've validated it, it looks like there's demand, it looks like there's not a crazy amounts of competition, it meets a lot of the criteria like the search volume, there's not crazy Chinese sellers on all of the competitor listings, etc, etc. That's good for us to go on to the next phase 2. And phase 2 is what you're going to be doing between days 30 and 60. You're going to be looking for manufacturers for these products. Usually you're going to be just looking for manufacturers. You can look for other people like middlemen and trading companies, but at the end of the day, you really want to go direct to source, be working with manufacturers. They're going to have the most amount of flexibility. They're probably going to have the best possible price for you. You want to be going on multiple different things, one of them being Alibaba, and going ahead and looking for these manufacturers. I want you to be looking for about 10 to 20 different suppliers. You'd want to be contacting them, asking them for all sorts of things like what's their minimum order? Can you do this to the product? Can you customize it in this way? If so, what are your minimum orders for that as well? Can you do it in this? What are your shipping terms? Have you shipped to the UK? Have you shipped to the US before, etc, etc. Okay, asking them a bunch of questions, getting a feel for them, getting to know if they're a correct company, if they're a good company, they've got the right certifications, and of course the biggest thing which everyone's probably waiting for is the price. You want to be waiting for prices from them as well. I wouldn't just dive straight into the price straight away, because you do want to build a level of rapport with them to begin with, but at the end of the day, price is where the money's at, and the price is where the real business is at, okay? So you want to be as well, this is why I say contact 10 to 20 suppliers. You'll probably see see about 5 which are decent, and then you'd want to be choosing between them 5 suppliers, a mixture of things. Their response rate, their English, how good their English is, how good their company looks on paper, and also price as well. I wouldn't ever just go for the cheapest one possible, because the cheapest doesn't always mean the best one. A lot of the times it can just mean it's very cheap and low quality. And then bang, well, you'll probably sieve it down to like 1 to 3 suppliers. And what are you going to do then? You're going to then order a sample from your best supplier, or probably 2 samples from the top 2 suppliers. You get the product samples here. You see the like-for-like products, this one and this one. I like this one better, so I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to move forward with this supplier, okay? And you can keep this one as a secondary or a backup supplier if the product sample is actually good. If it's not, you can bin them off. So when this product's actually good and we've approved the sample from there, we're then going to go ahead and get our branding on it, right? Because at the end of the day, we're not just going to sell a cheap generic product. Oh, we're going to put our branding on it. We're going to get our colors on it. All of the stuff we'll probably discuss with the supplier anyway. So they're going to give you a template to get branding on it. You're going to get a designer to do that, or if you're good at designing yourself, or you're good at using AI, you can get AI to do it, or get software, a graphic designer to do that for you. ChatGPT and Claude aren't that good at packaging design. They're very good at image generation, but not packaging design as such. So you want to get all the branding done. You also want to get all third-party testing done as well. You can get testing done out in China and stuff like that using various third-party companies, which I'm happy to refer you to if you just drop me a DM on Instagram. And then bang, you've got your product branded. You've got a compliant product and you've placed the purchase order. Now, depending on where it's coming from and the way you're shipping it, that can take anywhere from like 1 week to 8 weeks to arrive. By this point as well, one thing that I did miss out is you should have registered your trademark just before you've placed any order, because obviously you need a trademark at least in registration period to protect yourself when you are selling. So by all of that time, you're probably on day 45 to 60, right? You've got your product ordered and it's on your way to you. And that's when phase 3 comes in, days 60 to 90. This is the juicy stuff and the most exciting stuff. You're going to be launching and scaling your brand. Now, a lot of it is going to be planning to begin with while the product starts coming to you. You're going to be doing significant amounts of research on the product. What are the customer's desires? Who actually buys your product? Who is your ideal customer? You're going to start to know more and more and more about the product, the benefits of the product, and why customers would actually buy that product. And all of this is going to be super important because you're going to start in this time creating images for your brands and for your listings for Amazon and TikTok as well. You're going to be creating images for them. It's going to be an image of the product, just the product itself, and there's going to be multiple infographic images selling the product. This is the benefits that it have, or the product in use, lifestyle images of people using the product, eating the product, whatever the product is, okay? And you're going to be having like 7 to 8 different images on Amazon. Furthermore, selling the product as much as possible. Also, in the meantime, you're going to be doing titles for Amazon on TikTok, titles, descriptions for Amazon and TikTok and stuff. And all of this, you're going to need things like keywords in the listings to make sure your product shows up on different product pages when people are searching for specific things on Amazon and TikTok, okay? This might seem overwhelming at the moment, okay? But what I can do is I can show you exactly how to do that, no problem. Send me a DM on Instagram or just book in a call down below, because that's a whole 1 hour session in and itself. But at the end of the day, how you do all this as well, get keywords in the listings, you're gonna have to use things like softwares, like Helium 10, Cerebro tool and stuff like that to look for specific keywords which are relevant to your product and a lot of people are searching for. And if you include them into your listings, your listing will then show up. So for example, if I've got microphone for iPhone in my listing, if I don't have it in my listing and people are searching for that the most, I'm not really going to show up at the end of the day. So that's what you're going to do in terms of like planning. You're going to be doing the images, descriptions and things like this, all of the keyword research and that. And then also in the meantime, because we're going to be selling on TikTok as well, we want to be planning a lot of our content in the meantime. So things that we're going to be speaking about, the types of customers that we're going to be speaking to, what hooks we're going to include in our videos. And all of this is going to be done from all of the research that you've just been doing doing about the customer desires. So when you've planned all the videos and your products start to come, you could just start bang. As soon as the products come, start making all of the videos which you have planned. And by then you've hopefully got like 30 to 60 videos planned, maybe in the scripts created as well, to which you can go ahead and create. And that's gonna really propel your growth straight away. So by then, by day approximately 75 to 90, you should hopefully maybe have your product. Some people it's 120 days, but like 90 days is reasonable. By then you probably have your product there, your launch planned, you probably have your videos planned, you probably have all your images done, you've created your listings and stuff on Amazon. Amazing. Now we're getting to the proper stuff. You send some into Amazon FBA and send some to their warehouses, okay? You enroll it into some programs, get some reviews back, and then you start spending money on PPC to actually get that product seen, get visibility, get eyeballs. You're buying eyeballs on your listing, but there's no good spending money on eyeballs and getting people to see your listing when your listing has 0 reviews. So make sure you get some reviews to begin with. And then you can launch with your PPC ads on Amazon using an automatic campaign, very simple automatic campaign. And when you start to see things which are going well, you can then start to scale specific keywords and go further. With TikTok, on the other hand, all you're going to be doing is ripping your videos, making your videos, posting your videos, and linking your short video on there. Utilizing affiliates and also getting other people to promote your product for you as well. And both of them combined is going to propel your business a lot faster. And if you ordered 1,000 units to begin with, I wouldn't be surprised if you've made it go viral on TikTok and it's going well on Amazon. Wouldn't be surprised if you sell them first 1,000 units in about 30 days. And that's when you start to order 3,000 to 4,000 units, and then you order 10,000 on the third one. Now the reality is one product could get you to 100K per month, but realistically, you're probably gonna source anywhere between 3 to 10 different products to get you to that 100K per month. You're just gonna rinse and repeat exactly what I've just told you in this video. Just keep repeating the cycle over and over. Honestly, when you've done it once, it is reasonably easy. But without further ado, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want any one-to-one support from me, there's also a call booking link down there. Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. See you later.